So today is all going to be about the More Orders with AI workshop. As we were talking before to some of you, it's going to be all about how we are helping e-commerce brands in Australia right now to use AI to its fullest potential to help them grow their brands. And there are a couple things I just want to quickly go through with everybody. I mean, everyone's been so great so far, so there shouldn't be any issues. But if you can, try and put away the next 60 minutes or so. Typically, these go for, look, give it about 60 to 75 minutes. We try and keep them tight if we can. But, if everybody's really loving it and we've got a lot of interaction, we might go a little longer. Secondly, a lot of webcams, which is really, really nice. If you're not already and you can, please do turn on your webcam as it just makes a really nice interaction when we do a fair bit of feedback throughout these sessions. And lastly, again, a lot of you already have been, which is great. Have a chat. It's gonna be a fairly interactive session, meaning I will ask you some questions here and there. Paul will definitely be asking you a lot of questions. And just to keep the earwaves kind of clear, let's use the chat as much as possible. So you'll see it down there, the Zoom chat button below, like a lot of you already have been. But just so I know that everyone's kind of clear with that, if you could leave a yes in the chat for me, just so I know we're on top of all that and we can kind of get this thing rolling from there.
Ready to rock.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, beautiful. Yes, Diane, Michael. Yes, beautiful. Thank you, Sarah. Yes, awesome, awesome. All right, thank you, guys. A responsive crew is a good one. Zarina, rolling, rolling, rolling. Let's do it. All right, perfect. So, a few goals that I really want to cover with everyone here today. And the first one's going to be all about showing you how people right now are utilizing AI incorrectly. And this is a potentially dangerous thing for a lot of businesses, and we're going to touch on just to really kind of help you get on top of this and what's going on right now. I know we already chatted with a few of you as well, and I know that a lot of you are just using it for image generation. And of course, we also want to show you how much deeper it can go than that. We're going to show you how the real ecom brands that are scaling are actually utilizing AI and how we're helping them to do this to really grow their business a lot faster than you'd be able to do it without it. And lastly, I really want to show you some more about the e-commerce circle. And this is all about our private community where we help mentor brands. I'm going to show you how you can continue to get that support afterwards towards the end of this session. Couple questions I usually get about the sessions, and they're completely understandable, and they break into, kind of a couple sub questions. But usually people just want to know, is the next hour going to be worth my time? Is it actually going to work for me in my business? And typically when they say this, they're kind of getting at, I sell pretty interesting products. Maybe I make them by my hand, by myself, and like no one else sells them, or maybe I just drop ship them. Is this going to work for me with the products that I'm selling? And just to be frank, we work with so many different niches and so many different business models. Everything that we've kind of used has been battle tested amongst all of them. So yes, if you are doing e-commerce, what we are going to do today is going to be very relevant for you. Secondly, is this going to work at your size? So we get a lot of different ranges of businesses coming to us, all from people who are just starting, who haven't even got a product yet, all the way to people who are actually scaling up to six figures a month already. And doesn't matter where you are right now. I want you to feel comfortable. This is a good session for you. You are where you need to be. But I do want to clarify. So when it comes to working with brands who are scaling, typically we're helping them optimize things, optimize a few specific areas. And when it comes to working with people who are more new to the business, we're teaching those as fundamentals. So it doesn't matter where you are, you're going to get something out of this in the next hour or so with us. And lastly, and this is a very important question you should always be asking, is this going to work for you now? Is this an old fad? Is this going to continue to work? And I want you to feel rest assured that everything we're going to go through today is going to work for you right now because this is continuously battle tested with all the brands that we work with, which we will go through in a little bit, some of that. But also, obviously, guys, this is AI. It wasn't even around 2 or 3 years ago, right? No one knew what it was. And who knows where it'll be in 5 years. What we're going to be showing you is how we're using it right now to help the brands that we're working with to get more orders. So hopefully you can too. So I know a lot of you would have come through the kind of videos where you registered and you would have seen Paul. I want to introduce Paul quickly to come up and kind of give a little bit more about ourselves and what we do behind the scenes with our business.
Hey guys, so again, thanks for jumping on. Quick introduction. So I've been in the ecom game since I was like 17, started a tech company at mum and dad's house and took over their entire house selling modems and routers and all sorts of wonderful things that existed that long ago. I sold that business in 2014 to a public company on the ASX. They're now owned by a company called Harris Technology. I also started a company called Insightful. So Insightful exists primarily these days to build e-com sites. So we build about 120 plus Shopify sites a year for 6, 7, and 8 figure brands. I would say about 2.5 years ago, Chris McLean, who's on the call, the guy with a great mustache, we were chatting and he's like, we get so many questions from people about how they should grow their business. It's like, why don't we start an e-commerce community? So we started the e-commerce circle community. We now have nearly 400 members in that community. That's a private community, right? So I know a lot of you that are in the Shopify community, that's free. We give away some okay stuff in there, but the good stuff happens inside the e-com circle. Again, started that about 2 years ago, and we work with largely family founded brands. So mom and dad, husband and wife, nana and their kids and so forth. And we help them build 6, 7, and 8 figure profitable e-com brands. So, and the stuff that I teach and Chris teaches and the 10 other coaches in the community is all the stuff that's actually still working now. It's not drop shipping fads. It's not the latest TikTok craze. It's not something that like worked 9 years ago where someone made money doing it. So I like to think that I'm pretty good at building high performance teams with agencies and freelancers and so forth. I'm pretty confident I've helped people sell just about everything that you can possibly sell on the internet. I'm also pretty good at solving very complex problems and making it very easy for you guys to understand. And again, the main reason I do a lot of this as well, I've got a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I think it's very important that we spend more time with our kids and less time trying to solve messy e-commerce problems. So take a lot of pride in helping parents do that. Sorry, Chris, can you mute the person that's and someone's moving in every sentence, whoever that is? So yeah, I think that's, a lot of people just get stuck doing the wrong thing for a very long time. They get onto their ninth website and their third agency and their ninth community, and they're like, I'm still not making any money. So we take it, make it simple, put it everything in the right order, and go follow these steps, and you'll have a good e-com business.
Awesome.
Back to you, Chris.
Yeah, no worries. And I think what we should do is just go through a couple brands that we're currently working with, just to show you this is real. This is what we're doing right now. Paul, if you can be bothered, you can go share some live screenshots if you want in the chat or something like you usually do. But
Yep.
I want to introduce you to Liz. Liz, she is running a business called Industrial Shed, and you got to imagine these guys are competing with people like Bunnings, tools, yeah, other big, tool superstores, and it's a really hard kind of industry to crack into. So when she came to us, she was doing about 40K a month already, mainly wholesale, and she really wanted to compete in that, direct to consumer side of things, that retail side. And when we got in contact with her, we said, look, these are the things you need to change. You really need to create a website that is built to convert, that shows who your brand is and what you represent properly, and then from there have a very strong digital strategy to start getting traffic towards that website now that it kind of represents you in the way that it needs to. And doing these things over the last 12 months, we've managed to get her from 40K a month when she started to, I believe the last month was like 250,000, I think she did. So she's having an
Yep.
awesome year so far and growing still. But then there's even others like Jade came to us to one of these sessions about a year ago, and she didn't even have a product yet. And she's just following our kind of fundamentals and the framework that we provided her. She selected some products that fit herself and her lifestyle, and she managed to, while still having a full-time job and 2 kids, to follow along with our instructions and start a business. And all the way till 12 months later, she's actually running this business that's doing about 20K per month at the moment, which is really awesome. And she's still growing. And then there's someone here. Sorry, like this is actually blocking my thing up here. And there's people like Leah here as well who run Sunza. Well, I think you know a little bit more about Sunza than I do. You work pretty closely with Leah. How are they doing at the moment?
I think Leah is here,
Leah, are you
actually.
in the chat at the moment? Maybe you can.
She's one of our star students, I will say, inside of our community anyway. She like goes to all the calls, her and her partner like implement everything that they learn. Doing very well, had her ads, like that beautiful website that you could see. She's taken away our advice and she's done all that herself. So very exciting to see where they were and where they come from. They're in another community, and then you'll probably see a testimonial on our testimonial page where Leah said she had no idea what was going on in the other community, and she found us, and she's made some great friends in the community as well. So there's a few ladies that like live near each other. They go catch up, hang out, and cheer each other on. So I mean, as much it's nice that we go, hey, everyone's making more money, but like a big thing that we'd like to share as well is like people make great connections in the community as well, which is like just so valuable, especially considering how, lonely and isolating e-commerce is. So
Yeah, awesome, awesome. And then Paul and Delane, awesome, just like another example of a lovely couple that we work with. They were doing mainly markets and really selling. They had this amazing proteins, really clean kind of protein and collagen supplements, and they knew they had a great product. They just needed to get it out there more. Some of you may already have products that you're selling that you just need to get more of. And it's the same thing that we do for these guys that we recommend to you is to really nail that website with the conversion optimization, really clear brand messaging, and from there start getting traffic to your website. And that's how we grew them from about 8K a month to I think now they're doing about 130K a month, which is awesome. They're loving life. And yeah, well, just to show you that what we're doing right now, it is real and it is working. Paul, do you want to go bring it back to AI and kind of go through what's not working right now with AI or what you need to be wary of when you do use it on your brands?
Yeah, so the biggest issue that everyone has when you go and sign up for a new account with ChatGPT and you start like dumping all of your thoughts into ChatGPT, what happens is it just gives you unfiltered, unguided results that it finds on the internet. So it takes anything that it can take from the top positions online and it tells you that that's gospel, right? So now the issue with that is that a lot of the stuff that it tells you is wrong. So it'll go, hey, here is how you improve your average order value, and it'll give you wrong advice. Here is how you write an ad. It'll give you the wrong advice. Here is how you do the other 400 things that you should be doing inside of your e-commerce business. And all it's doing largely is regurgitating information that it finds online and it's telling you what you want to hear. So you sit there and you're like, I'm a genius now. I'm using ChatGPT and I'm doing what it said. And I'll go and do that on my website. And you go, I still don't know why it's not working because it's sending you down a path of, again, broad advice that is, I will go as far as saying like 80, 90% of the time wrong. Right. So, and people start jumping between Claude and between ChatGPT and between Manus and between everything else. And you can test this yourself, right? If you have a question, go ask all of the ChatGPT agents and the Claude agents and stuff. You're going to get a different response every single time. So we've been on a mission to solve that problem over the last year and a half. So, and we're going to show you how all of that is actually how we solved that tonight. And like as per Chris's slide, again, just to really hammer this home, it pulls all of the information from Google searches. So, for example, if you go and ask it anything about SEO, right, it'll take the whole front page of the Google search results. And even if it's wrong, it'll tell you that it's right. And I don't think many people realize this because obviously you haven't been doing SEO for 20 years. You haven't been doing Google Ads for 20 years. You haven't been doing all the other stuff. And it's very easy to go, you know what, like take that as gospel, run that now, put that into my business. Like, let's pray and hope for the best and go, I don't know why it's not working. So, as all of you get on to, become better at all of this stuff, like just be cautious of that, obviously. So, as per this slide, so, again, like I've been doing this for 25 years. I'm now building systems that we're building a lot of like guardrails and protection and mechanisms around results that we give people that use our system so that actually gives you the right information. And again, like as per this, like we take the results that we get from the hundreds of brands that we're working, we go, hey, this is actually how you fix your AOV. This is how you write a better meta ad. This is how you optimize your site. This is how you scale a best-selling product, right? This stuff is proven based on data, based on years of doing this, based on hundreds of brands, right? So no guessing, no regurgitated randomness, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. So I guess like just to cap that, it's really one of the biggest things here is that when people use basic AI models, it's taking information from places that don't necessarily have good information. It doesn't have any guardrails there that is protecting you from old information or things that just don't work. So what we're trying to do at this moment is to actually take all the things that work for us and provide it in an AI model. It's a way for us to give a lot of support to people moving forward. And Paul, do you want to talk a little bit about the system that we'll go through in a minute?
Yeah, for sure. So, so I get asked a lot of the same repeating questions every single day, right? And I've said it a few times already, but like, Paul, I've got a crap ad. How do I make it into a better ad? Paul, I've got a competitor. Like, what do you think they're doing that is better than I'm doing? So as you can see here, where it says like new this month, like those things in there are very specific trained GPTs trained by me that will say, who is that keeps drawing on the screen, by the way? Can we boot that person or do something? So so for example, we go, this is what that store in this one here, that's what they're doing better, right? It'll ask you a lot of questions, it'll give you answers, it'll be really clear and go, I get it now. And then we move on to the next thing. We go, okay, I have a Shopify page, right? And then on my Shopify page, I have a collection. How do I optimize that collection properly? So you go, cool, use this thing. Then we come over here. Okay, I've got a crap ad. How do I write my ad better? So for the better half of a year and a half, probably, I've been working on this system in the, you know, late at night with our dev team, building hundreds of GPTs that solve every possible problem that I can think an ecom brand has. And then now we're using this for all the brands that we work with inside of our e-commerce circle community. So we get on calls, we show them, hey, this is how you use this is how you do the next thing, and so forth.
Yeah, awesome.
Makes sense, Chris?
Yeah, yeah, that's really good. Now, I'm thinking maybe from here we bring up a couple people, or we'll pick a brand that you want to work with, Paul, and we'll kind of
We
start going through
will.
their business. And
You
yeah,
can introduce one. Yeah, if you pick one that
yeah,
you want to do, just give me one
Michael,
second.
no worries, Michael. If you're still comfortable with it, if you want to come off mute, we'll get your business up in a bit because obviously we did chat earlier. But do you mind sharing with everybody a bit of an introduction to yourself and your brand and what's everything that's happening there at the moment?
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect, loud and clear.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The product that I produced is a medical device. My background is in biomedical equipment. I manufactured or designed a product called the Oscar Pulse. It uses pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. I took it to America, 350 million people over there. It was very easy to set up the product to be manufactured in the States. We're currently in 10 countries around the world. We're doing exceptionally well in America and Germany. Europe in general is good. Australia and New Zealand, we have a bit of a problem. The medical fraternity see us as competition. We have a number of physiotherapists here in Perth and around Australia who use the product to improve the efficacy of their own treatment program, but they don't like promoting it because they say, look, if we sell the device, we lose a client. So that's one of our big problems. The other one is, yeah, it's not cheap when you are trying to compare it with pain relief devices or products that you can buy at a pharmacy. So far, people have got it in the mind that they only need to pay, $50, $150. And ours, unfortunately, is a little bit more than that. 1,395 is our, the most popular product. We've got two products, and everybody seems to go for the most expensive one. In Australia, we do around about 30 devices a month. This month so far, we've done 22, so we're a bit lagging behind. We've got another few weeks to go yet. So yeah, what you've got in front of you is our website. It's a Shopify website. I didn't produce it. It was produced by a company that we use here in Perth that looks after our Shopify account. Um, yeah, there's nothing on there that's produced via AI. I have another website that I use for testing out AI subjects. What I normally do is tell them for instance, I had a doctor that wanted to know how it affects the mitochondria producing ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So I thought, well, I don't know enough about this subject. So I went into Gemini and I said, look, first of all, produce a document on how the Oscar pulse modulates the mitochondria. And there's nothing in our website at the time that had anything to do with mitochondria. But what it produced was a fantastic document, which the references came from about 59. It took about 3 hours to produce it. It referenced about 59 other medical sites. I only had to change probably about 5% of it. It was not relevant and didn't it wasn't appropriate. So I was quite pleased with that. So yeah, that's where we're at with the product. Doing remarkably well worldwide. We just signed a contract with Barmer, which is the third largest health insurance company in Germany. Signed that contract was signed in March. They're doing a big publicity on the 8th of July, which we hope to use to promote in Australia.
Did you invented this, Michael?
Sorry,
You invented the product?
I did. Yeah, I designed
Wow.
the product.
It's always refreshing to get people on here like, oh, I invented this game-changing product that does this versus I want to sell like whatever skincare product or something random or something. It's like it's cool. I want one. I want one for all the my mum who's in pain and my dad who's in pain and like might as well buy one for myself. I'm going to be in pain at some point for something. So
We give we
now
give we give a 60-day money back guarantee,
yeah.
and this year we've not had one returned. Last year we had a couple returned. They were given as gifts over Christmas, and people didn't want them, so they sent them back and got a refund.
Yeah. Right. So when someone lands on an e-commerce website, right, for the purpose of this exercise, like this is what they see. This section. All right. So excuse my terrible drawing. Like looks like I'm drawing with crayons or something. But anyway, like this. And you know what? I'll get fancy and I'll try and draw a box, one of these things somewhere. Where is it? I don't know. Anyway, we'll continue on with this. They see this bit and they see a thing called a H1 here, which means heading one or H1. Then they see a H2, which is heading two, and they're very important sentences on your site. All right. And then they come down here and then they say a thing. Well, this is how we build really high performing websites, right? And this section down here is where you put things that are called trust statements. And this is the same for every single person on here who has a website. All right. So what happens is people start scanning. They read whatever it says up here. So, for example, for Michael to say, like, in stock, ships today, try it for 30 days. If you don't love it, return it. We'll give you a full refund. But, 10,000 people have tried it and they love it. So, in that one sentence alone, someone's brain's gone tick, 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 tick. That all sounds good. Then they read this thing, a H1, and then they read this H2, and then they read all this. And before I've even scrolled, I've read like 15 statements on your website, right? And your brain goes, yes, 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 yes to all of them. And why that is so important is because the more yeses you get, the more qualified they start to become and the more likely they are to scroll and they go, cool, show me the best selling product now. I'm ready to buy it. So you're not doing any of that at the moment on the website, really. And it's not really clear to me, like, what the statement is or what the promise is that I'm getting, unless I'm probably down further, but like I need to see it here. I need to see it right here and I need to see it right here. I'm going to have a quick scroll just in case I've missed it. And Chris McLean might have had a look as well, but start with less pain today. Like that is a great statement. That's the outcome. So this potentially is your H1. It might be in the wrong spot. No, that's a H3. Let's have a quick look and see if you even got a H1. No, it's your logo. So whoever built your website, you should be having a chat with them. You've got a H, you don't have a H2 either. Right. So a couple other things. A H1 needs to be a phrase that people actually go to Google and search for a lot of the time every month. So if you sold dog leads on the internet, you should be like, hey, this is a long line dog lead, because the phrase long line dog lead might get like 2,000 searches a month. If you sold like vegan skincare, you've got to try and include the word vegan skincare in that because you want traffic that comes from Google searches and everything else coming to your website. So what we're going to do is rebuild these statements. I just want to have another quick look because there's a lot of text, right? And it's hard to consume the text at the moment. I get that it fixes pain, but there's a lot more to it than that we need to say faster. So I'm going to use this thing. And before I do, I will do two things. Again, I just want to illustrate the fact that at the end of this, we're going to show you guys how you get access to this. When you do get access to this, you get to use all these tools, of which all these tools in there, you can see all of these things. If I go into here, there's all the different things that we can help you fix. Like how to fix every part of your business. I'm going to use one of them now, and it's called the homepage headline generator. So again, for context, behind this, there is pages and pages and pages and pages of like instructions that tell it how to think. So I literally came along and I'm like, hey, can you rewrite Michael's H1 and H2 for his website, right? And then let's start with that. So now we'll scroll down a little bit. So PEMF pain relief that you can wear, right? I assume most people know what a PEMF pain relief is. And there's probably a lot of search volume in the Google search for that, right? That's the phrase that you should be trying to rank for?
Yeah.
Right. So, but let me have and I want to say this again. When Chris McLean and I do this properly for brands, it can take us like 15 hours. right? I'm going to try and do this like in like 15 minutes or something, right? Just to be really clear. We get super deep. We're like, who is the audience? Who is the avatar? What's her name? Where does she shop online? What does she look like? What does she talk about? Right? How does she describe her pains? How does she describe the place that she wants to get to? What else has she tried? Like, Chris has invented this like Google Sheet that is like 60 tabs and 400 questions, and it takes ages, but we're going to give you the short version if we can today. Won't be nearly as good, but everyone on the call will go, I get it, right? And I see the speed at which this tool can do it. So pain relief support that moves with you. So as we start to go through them, like everyone who's in pain wants to have relief while they still go about their day, right? So if we start on the H2, you wear the Oscar Pulse overclothing while you go about your day using PEMF therapy to support healing, inflammation, reduction, and recovery. Most people will read that and they'll go, yes, 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 yes. Or if they go to this one, designed for people for managing pain, inflammation, injury, recovery, arthritis, joints, discomfort, and post-surgery support. You're like, okay. So as soon as I land on your website, I should see that. No one sits there and goes, a game changer in recovery. No one is thinking that in their head, but they are going, like, I want to go about my day in less pain because I use PEMF technology and because I do right? So I would be leaning into, we go back here, let's get to the bottom of this as well. So it's given me like 7 options. So wearable PEMF therapy for pain relief and recovery. To me, that is a much better option already because like that has search volume. This is the problem. This is what they're trying to achieve. And then Oscar Pulse is a drug-free, non-invasive device designed to support healing, reduce inflammation, and help manage inflammation-related pain at home or on the move. So there's like 7 yeses in there, right? So if I was you, I would be putting that in here. Then we'll start scrolling down a bit more. And then when I come back to the boxes that I drew at the bottom of the screen, we go, let's have a look here. These are very technical. I don't know how many people would be at home going, I'm searching for a TGA class 2A registered medical device. It sounds a bit medical, do you know what I mean? But something like drug-free pain and recovery support, I read that and I go, yes. And I go, explain this to me. What is the wearable over clothing line use? What's the deal with that? You wouldn't want to do that, would you?
It doesn't have to be on the skin. It can be worn over clothing. I've got one.
Oh, like over a t-shirt and then you put your
I've got
jacket on
one
top
here,
of it.
and that's sitting in my pocket at the moment.
Okay.
And or in the back pocket of my jeans. It's convenient. It doesn't have to be on your skin where everybody can see it for a start. So it's a discreet product.
Right. Okay. Interesting. So is EMF like, I'm terrible. This is bad explanation, but EMF is like an EMP kind of device, but for your body, like it's emitting a mobile frequency
Yeah,
personally to
it
you.
covers an area around about 30 centimeters effectively. I can measure it up to about 4 or 5 meters away, but the energy
Wow.
reduces by the square of the distance. So 30 centimeters is its most effective area. So if I've got a bit of a lower back problem, so
Yeah.
rather than use the Velcro straps that are supplied, I just stick it in the back pocket of my jeans or whatever pants I'm wearing. Sometimes my left hip gives a bit of a problem. I'm 84 years old, so I've got a few notches up. So yeah, I just stick it in the pocket of my jacket, whatever I happen to be wearing that's close enough to my hip. So it's very convenient.
We all need one. You don't look anywhere near 84 years old, I must
It's
say. Like
ridiculous.
everyone on the call would go, I'm buying one. I want to look like Michael.
Using
So
PEMF for the last 20 years. So there you go.
see, I mean, so these are the sort of things, right? You're like, I invented it. I've used it for 20 years. So like, look at me. And people go, look at him playing it. He's playing golf. Like, this might go for a run. People like,
You should see my wife.
oh,
She's
okay.
80, but she only looks like she's 60.
Oh, all right. We can send it. You can share a photo with us if you want. She might not appreciate it, but sounds good. All right. So some of that stuff though, right? This is the things that I'm getting to. Like people make ecom businesses because they make it for themselves. So, and then they forget to tell that to people. Right. So you go, hey, if you're 80 and you want to feel like you're 55 and look like you're 55, like, boy, I've got a product for you. Here is the product. It is a non-invasive thing. You can wear it over your t-shirt. No one will know that you're wearing it, or you can try it for 90 days and you can return it if you don't love it. Like, you're going to regain your life and you're going to regain everything. All of these things need to go into your trust statements as soon as like you land on your site. And the same stuff needs to go into your ads, because what happens when you dial in your, this is called brand messaging, just for everyone who's coming to this late. Like, you have to have consistency between what you say in your ads, in the video sales letter, in your ads, and the hooks of your ads, and the everything in your ads. Got to say the same thing on your website. So there's congruency. People see your ad and they go, there's that Michael guy again. He's 80. He looks like he's 21, and all the other good things. And I like, go to his website, tick, 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 tick. As many yeses you can get in an ad and as many yeses you can get on your website, people go, cool, I'm ready to buy without friction. So we'll spend a bit more time on a couple of these things. I want to try and make them like less clinical. I want someone I want Jeff to read this and be like, I'm not a doctor, and I bet all of that stuff sounds good to me, right? So let's try. Help me out here, Chris, with some phrasing.
You are right though, Paul. Right now, it sounds like it's being sold to like other doctors who might subscribe it to their patients rather than to the patients themselves. Put ourselves in an
Good
angle.
point. Thank you for that.
100%. Yeah. I mean, who's your audience as well, Michael? Is it direct to consumer, or is it direct to like, it's not to doctors don't want to buy this because then you put them out of business.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. My own doctor said to me, and her husband has got one, and he's a GP.
Yeah.
My wife's doctor refers people to us all the time, but my doctor said to me, Michael, you got to realize that my business depends on writing prescriptions.
Yeah, the drug dealers.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
And that was the end of our conversation.
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
No,
So you're going straight to consumer. Got it.
our market is anybody over the age of 40, really. Anyone younger than that, they sort of tend to think, well, hey, I'll get over what I've got. I don't need anything. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, they haven't yet come to realize the consequences of pain that they could be
Exactly.
solving.
Yeah.
Young kids with cerebral palsy and other
We
such illnesses were in their pain.
we have to market it as a pain management device because it really regenerates damaged tissue. So we're looking at it as it's a regeneration system, right? It's like fertilizing your lawn, providing the right fertilizer for your garden. It stimulates the regeneration system naturally. But obviously, people are looking for pain management. That's what their problem. Otherwise, they
Yeah.
wouldn't be looking for us.
So there's probably still an angle in this where it's like we need to mention that it's complementary to whatever they're doing existing, right? There's a place for medicine. Don't get me wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like I take medicine for anxiety and so forth. And I'm like, if without it, my life will be terrible. So I go, you have that, but your product is like, assuming I was taking medicine for pain, I go like, I think trying to relate that they work so well together. Or you might say you don't need it anymore, but whatever that phrasing around all of that thing is, I think is going to be very important for you going forward. So, and people are smart enough to go, yeah, it's drug-free support. Like, I want that. There's no need, there's no surgery, no appointments. I want that. Like, I can wear it over your clothes. It's designed in Australia. I wouldn't be putting it's made in America, but it's more wearable. It's easy to use. We've got Australian customer support and it's registered with the TGA. So again, these are okay. I'd give myself like a 3 out of 10 in terms of trust statements. But if you were to put all of them here, it adds a lot more credibility.
Sure.
Right. It's the same when you go and do your trade shows and everything, right? And you've got a banner. Like, this is all the same stuff that needs to go on the banner. As soon as you say it, it does this, it does that. We do these things. Happy days. So I'll park this bit here for the moment around how I did that to do the headline. What I want to have a look at now is, did we go to a product page? Let's have a look.
We're getting some good comments here, by the way. Sorry, Julia has said that she'd like to stock this product in her store. She runs Ice Age Health. A lot of people saying how good of a product it is.
Yeah, I want one. If I crush this for you tonight, Michael, you have to give me one. I'll give it to me, Mum. I'll make sure you walk away with some good value tonight. So this is the product, yeah? This is what I would buy if I was going to buy it as a consumer. Come here. Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about a couple of other things here, right? So, for example, when we talk about a thing called conversion rate optimization, you have a home page, you have a product page, you have a cart page, you have a collection page, you've got lots of different pages, right? And on all of those pages, you need what we call conversion rate elements, because those elements improve how a page pushes the customer through your cart, through your site, to the cart, and to ultimately purchase. So at the moment, like I can't even see your add to cart button on this page, never mind the fact that it's white on white add to cart button, but there's a lot of things going wrong here from a purchasing perspective. Like I can't see reviews. I can't be like, hey, like, oh, you purchased it and she said that it's amazing. There's nothing there about reviews, right? There is no photos of, and I before I start riffing too much on this, like I know you have to be careful, don't you, with the TGA in terms of you can't make too many claims. So I know you've got lines that you can't cross. However, like I should still be able to go here and go, all right, it's not $1,395. I should, under zero circumstances, should this be happening, it should say it's in stock, it's ready to ship, and delivery is free. Right. One of the biggest things that crushes conversions is people go, how much is shipping? And I add it to the cart, and then I go here, and then, well, this cart works really badly, but let's assume it worked better. I go here, and I'm like, I still don't know how much shipping is. And now I've got to click this, and now I've got to go, I'm in Australia, and I'm in Victoria, and this is too long, mate. People are just going to be frustrated. I'll tell you right now, they're going to bail after this. So $22, most consumers go, that's a ripoff, right? So shipping is the biggest friction point for an e-commerce brand, like above everything else, right? Because surprising them with a shipping fee is like it's going to kill your conversion. So add an extra whatever $4 to the price of the item or something, and where the shipping costs. I would not be doing that. So, but let's go back to your product page and go here, and I'm going to show you some of the tools that we've got. So we'll come over here, and I'm going to go browse assistant. I'm going to use this one. And if in doubt, all you need to do is go, I'm working with this brand. Copy and paste this in here. Oh. And we need to fix how the product page converts. Once you guys get to understand how the system works, you don't need to do that. You can go straight to browsing agents. You can go straight to the product page rebuilder, and it'll tell you how to do everything. But for the purpose of this exercise, we'll go, let's have a look at this one. So it's giving me three options. I'm going to use product page rebuilder. That'll do. So going to come in here, and I'm just going to pull it apart and go grab this, grab that, put that back over here. Let's work on this. And I'll share something in a second as well. So Google Drive, just to illustrate my point of what's going on here. So when we build websites for people, basically what we do, so say, for example, we built you a website, Michael. Before a website goes live, we go, here's Michael's homepage. Here is his collection page. Here is his product page. Here is his cart. Here is his checkout. And we go through everything on there and go, all of these things that I've got on my checklist here, all right, every single one of them, there's like whatever, 200 or something of them, they have to be on his product page. These things have to be on his collection page. These things need to be in the checkout page. These things need to be on the homepage. If you don't have all of them, that's why your conversion rate is terrible. Right? So basic things in here. So let's see where we got to. Here we go. So it's just doing its thing in the background. Again, like you can get to the end of the call, buy this thing and go, okay, I can see all the stuff. So I've already flagged this, right? It says, hey, there's no reviews. Or maybe there is reviews. We'll have a look. And to be clear, all of the stuff it tells you is the same stuff I will tell you. So imagine that you're sitting at my kitchen table and we're fortunate enough that we get to hang out for the entire day. I'm just like, Michael, pull it apart. Here's how you fix your product page. Michael, here's how you fix your AOV. Michael, oh, can you mute that person, Chris? BBJ13, whatever it was. So let's go back to the top. Michael came here for an enjoyable night. He's going away with 900 things to fix on his product page. So
I think we might just fix it for him.
Yeah, I think we probably should. So let's have a walk here and go. I'm going to go to the good ones. You do Afterpay? There's no Afterpay?
Yeah,
No.
we do.
Where is that? It's not displaying.
Yeah, probably not displayed. But when you go to checkout, you've got the
Yeah.
options of PayPal, Afterpay.
Yeah. Put up, oh, we can't find it. Put Afterpay on there. No reviews. 0 reviews. What do we got? Compliance risk TGA awarding. Skip past that one. We've got title. So we've got like a new title recommendation. We've got a new why. We've got new copy. So do you have any reviews sitting on here anyway?
Probably not.
No. Okay. You have to have customer reviews. All right. And that should be sitting like just here. Let's go back a few next things. Price, that's fine. Inclusive.
We've got loads of testimonials,
Yeah. Okay. They're just not here.
not
All right.
product review. Yeah, there's testimonials there.
So you know how I was talking about trust statements as well? We use a thing called meta-field benefits. So when you use a thing called meta-field benefits, they are small sentences that largely sit here that are little statements again that people read, right? Because you include them on a product page like this, and they would say stuff like this. So support drug-free pain management for inflammation-related discomfort, wearable, 180-minute, includes da 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 da. Again, just small micro little sentences where people read it and they go, yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Variant selector. So is there variants of the product?
Sorry.
Is there variants? Is there a 90-minute and there's a 180-minute or something?
Two
Okay.
products, so the 90 or the 180. They're both designed for different purposes.
Okay. So that variant selector should be on here. So people know that they both exist, right? Much like this is one of our clients, and this will blow everybody's mind. This lady sells like $160,000 a month of like bags on the internet to just keep your lettuce fresher for ages, right? But to give you an example, where's her variant? So, not that one. This one. Like, hang on, she's done something. But yeah, so they're variants. You go, I want that one, that one, that one, that one. See how she's got reviews, see how she's got like these little statements, see how she's got Afterpay, see how she's got all the other things. So these are all the things that we've got to get into your page. But whilst you don't have them, all that's going to happen is you're going to send a lot of traffic to this website and it's going to bounce. You're going to have a terrible conversion rate. Also, what's going to happen is your Meta ads agency and your Google ads agency, like they'll work with you for 6 to 12 months because you seem like a lovely guy. At the end of it, they'll go, it's a product problem, Michael, or it's a pricing problem, Michael, because they don't understand how to do brand messaging and they don't understand how to do conversion rate. All they do is run ads at websites, right? So you're like, shit, I could have been making a ton more money if I had known all this stuff now, fix my site, fix my messaging, and run my ads better. Makes sense? So yep. I won't go through all of this other stuff, but look at all the things that, here's your short description. Here is a longer description. Here is the benefit statements. Here is compliance safe commentary. Here is the 100 other things that we want to get into this page, right? So I want to show you something, and I might even do this because this is a really important point that I think most people underestimate. I know, Jeff, you've seen me do this before. A few others probably have. Michael, how much traffic comes to your website like monthly at the moment, do you know?
Usually by this time of the day, we've had 80 to 90 people that have actually gone onto our website.
Okay.
But as you say, the conversion rate is not good.
What is it? What's your conversion rate at the moment?
Well, this week we've sold 22. Sorry, not this week. This month we sold 22. We need to sell 80.
So it's like under one. It's like 0.8% or something.
Yeah.
Not even something like that. My maths is terrible. If anyone's really good at maths and figured that out in their head, that whatever that was, do that. Average order value is good though, right? It's call it $1,300.
Yeah, around 1340 is the average.
Okay, 1340. What else do I want to do here? So let's do this as an exercise. So I'm going to talk it and it'll be easier. So my new friend Michael that's invented an amazing product. Gets 100 and something visitors to his website a month. His product is about $1,350 and his conversion rate is roughly 0.8%. How much money does Michael make at the moment per month with this website as it stands based on that level of traffic? So that's 3 numbers, right? That's all I've worked on there. You can correct me if this number's wrong when we work it out, and we'll use that. I'm not watching the comments, by the way, either, Chris.
All good. I'll poke you if there's anything important.
So product price 13.50, that da da da. And what do we got? So that he getting, no, hang on, that's not right. Sorry. He's getting, what do we want to get to with this? I'm missing a number. Did you say 80 visitors a month? A day, sorry.
Conversion rate is about 2.5%.
Okay. He's getting like 2,500 visitors a month. Conversion rate. That's not terrible. Is that roughly what the numbers look like? About 80K, 84K,
Yeah, that'd be
give or
right.
take.
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason I show this to people is like Michael's on track to do $1 million this year. Like this product is like next level genius. It should be doing $10 million a year, right? But the way he gets there is let's do these numbers. So let's assume Michael's conversion rate was 5.6, right? And let's assume that the average order value was $2,350 because people buy two products instead of one, right? And then let's assume that because Michael now sold so many more products, that more people actually come back every single month because they've had such a good experience. They send their friends and their family and everything. So traffic grows by 10 to 15%, right? So using all of these new numbers, how much more money would that business make over the next 12 months and over the next 2 years? Versus if he does nothing and leaves his website as it is, how much will he make with that situation? So all I've done again is like make your website convert better, sell slightly more stuff, and assume that the traffic continues. This is a very important exercise for smaller brands on the call that like have tons and tons and tons of traffic, and they're like, oh, okay, like I can see a big gap here. But even for you, improve situation. Like you've gone to $361,000 in revenue a month, right? Over the course of 12 months, you're doing 6 mil just by fixing two numbers. Right. That's before you run your ads properly, your meta ads properly, your Google ads properly, you do your SEO properly. Like you put all your brand messaging in all of those things properly. Like you use everything else inside the system to fix all the other things as well. Right. So, because you've already proven that you've got a great product, people love it. We just need to convert more of the traffic that comes to your website into customers and then make sure we don't burn that audience because if people come and they don't convert, those people also never come back and tell their friends and family. So, you don't want that to happen. You want someone like me to come first time, buy one, tell everyone. Right. I think a lot of people don't give this enough weight. They sit using a crap. Your website's not crap, by the way. It's okay. But a lot of people go, at some point in the future, I'll rebuild my website and then I will it'll be okay because people will come back. I said they don't. Like they remember you as the guy who had the shit website that they didn't understand, didn't handle the objection, didn't make sense. I'm now someone else's customer, not your customer. All right. So please take note on this, guys. Any questions about, I know I'm just talking for ages here, but any questions about this so far? Especially from you, Michael?
No, the only question I've got is that at the moment we're contracted to another company that looks after our website, so I've got to get this message across to them.
What's your contract look like? How long is it for?
Well, they look after our worldwide system. That's they look after Germany, the USA, everywhere. So
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
Still plenty of ways you can do that. Like with a company like ours, just go, guys, give me the wording, like charge me to do the wording and give it to the guys that should know how to do the wording. Do you know what I mean?
we'll
So
work it out.
we'll chat about it. So
I have the ability to get in there and change things on the website anyway, so
yeah,
we're
cool.
independent.
Like it. Okay. I mean, and like I said, just to round this out for Michael, like massive difference, right? He's got a game changer product. Michael would much rather be making $7 million in Australia than he would making like one. Who
That's,
wouldn't? And for you little people that are like, I just want to sell like whatever on the internet, like some tallow balm and do 50 grand a month, the same formula applies, right? Like nail your brand message, nail your site, away we go. So
good.
um do we want to do this for another brand? We'll use some different tools in the command center. Chris, thoughts?
Sure.
Geez, I don't know that I can top this, but we'll try our best. Anyone else got something like that?
Thank you, Paul.
No worries, Michael. I look forward to chatting to you about some working together because I think your product is very much needed in this world. we'll chat tomorrow or the day after.
I'm thinking, Paul, maybe we can do this for people who don't have a product yet. Maybe how we can use this to help find products,
Oh
or
yeah, yeah, cool.
that might be a good
Who
idea.
who hasn't got a product at all?
Yeah, let us know how many people here are just, not
PK.
started the business yet.
All right, PK, you want to come off mute, mate?
Dan, thumbs up.
Just yeah, give that a
Hello
crack.
there. Is that working?
I can
Go
hear a
yeah.
PK.
Yeah, no product, no website. Just
Okay.
had a chat to I'll say somebody that does websites for a Shopify, and yeah, got offered a pretty huge amount of money to spend with them to do it
Oh,
for me.
who was that?
Uh, Ecom
Doesn't matter.
Capital.
Oh, no comment. So
Oh,
anyway,
good.
no,
Good.
no. So before you go and invest in a coaching program, right? Let
Yep.
me say this: like, I'm not going to shit on any of the other competitors. Like, I should, but I
No.
won't. But you need to decide what you want to sell. Never join other coaching communities, right? And try and let them go. Like, hey, you should sell this proven product because everybody else sells the same proven product. Because all that happens then, you got like 500 of you trying to sell like couches on the internet or massage tables or dog collars or like whatever the latest craze is, right? Then so be careful. So for you, I've even got a course on this called Picking the Perfect Product course. It goes for 2 hours. I'll give you a copy of it. Like just watch that. And it's like 2 hours, 20 years of knowledge. And you go, oh, this is great. But let's start here and pick this anyway. So what's
I'll just say I'd like to keep hold of my $24,800 at this point in time.
yes, please do.
Recommended.
Well recommended.
Maybe,
No one
maybe
need.
a quick disclaimer as well that if you're somebody who hasn't got a product yet and someone's trying to sell you a $20,000 package or website, whatever, I'll build a business, please just steer far away. You're not ready
Stay
to
away.
work with that. It's silly, but we hear it happen all the
No
time.
worries.
Yeah, no worries. It's for
This
everyone
is
else.
not this is not like buying a Jim's mowing franchise where Jim
No.
spends a lot of money giving you guaranteed leads and you got to buy the lawnmower and you got to buy the trailer and you got to buy the car, and if it all goes to shit, you can still sell those assets. But the Jim will still send you a lot of leads and then they'll teach you how to do it. Like ecom is not like that. You don't go and put 20 grand into an e-commerce business in a brand new unproven product when you know nothing about technology and nothing about product development, nothing about it's like, do not do that. Right, there are
That's
no
why I'm glad I
shortcuts.
found you guys.
We rescued the day for you. Is your actual name PK or is it another name? Or
Oh,
that's
Peter
just
Kennedy.
Peter. Okay, all right. I need to help someone pick a winning product. What's this? Help if I could type winning properly, but you guys won't judge me. We're near friends, so let's have a look. Did our deed for the day there, saving Pete. Goodness me. All right, here you go. Pick the winning product finder. Let's click that one. Oh, there's like 4 more, but we'll start with here. So, here's where I would start with this, Pete. So, first and foremost, this is probably not a massive thing that I can demonstrate in the command center. Number one thing, you have to sell a product that you are generally passionate about, right? So, Michael did this because, Michael, I assume you're a scientist or something, right? Or, you know this space very well and you had a problem, and come off mute if you like, mate, to jump in as I'm asking random questions, but
Degree in medical science.
That'll do it.
So, do you know what I mean? So he's in the space. He knows stuff. Do you know what I mean? I started a technology business selling computer parts and modems and all that stuff because I was a nerdy kid that wanted to hack into computers. And I'm like, I need faster computers. So that's why I did it. Like people, like I've got people that sell golf products because they play golf. I got people that sell like cooking products because they love cooking. Please sell stuff that you're like passionate about and you're going to be passionate about in 10 years, right? Don't be like, I might sell toasters on the internet because I can sell toasters on the internet and make money. So what's something that you're like really interested in? Let's start there.
Me?
You.
Yeah, dirt bikes. Dirt bike riding.
Bikes.
So, yeah.
All right. So Peter is really interested in dirt bike riding. Let's start here. So,
and that's why I need that pain relief.
Yeah.
you definitely.
Yep.
There you go.
Did we work with the dirt bike business? I think we did.
Did we?
I'm pretty sure
Probably.
Matero.
Yeah,
They
Matero.
did parts. Yeah, parts.
Oh, yeah, they do suspensions.
Forks.
Yeah, there you go.
Suspensions, yes.
Suspension, fork suspension.
Yeah, the suspension and the pain relief thing at the same time. It's a good combo.
What happened here? Anyway, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to back out of this for a second if this is not the right tool for this. Like, we'll just help you. Is there anyone else that's brand new to product at this point in time? Like, you don't know what to sell? Okay. Here is the formula, right? Hey, it's got to have good margin. You need to have like at least 60 to 70% margin so that you can run ads and you can spend money on ads to get clients to buy your product and at least buy the first product that you sell inside of your business so that you like don't bleed money when you run ads. You know, you don't want to be spending like $100 to make a sale on a product that is $150 and and you go, oh, we lose $30 every time I get a customer. Super important, right? Please don't also go into niches that are absolutely like flooded, right? Like avoid going into pets, avoid going into skincare, avoid going into fashion, avoid going into the saturated products and niches that you can find on Temu, Kmart, AliExpress, all of those things, right? So for Peter, for example, he's like, I ride dirt bikes. Like you're competing with like AMF, Super Center, and like Peter Stevens that went broke recently because AMX, you know. So you have to think about the product that you can sell to ideally their audience, but they can't come along like 3 months later and go, oh yeah, he's crushing it. We're gonna go buy lots of it and sell it cheaper than him. You need some nuance around it that is like it's the Peters thing, right?
Yep.
So like if I was going to get into dirt bikes, much like the guys that we how do I pronounce their name? Chris Mataro.
Matero. I think Matero.
I accidentally muted you, Paul. I was trying to unmute myself.
Thanks, Chris.
We look so similar.
We look so similar.
Matero.
But so they like sell really specialist suspensions for motorbikes, right? Like Chris has done a lot more work with IHAM than for them, but like you can fang the crap out of that dirt bike and your suspension is like rock solid, like really, really good stuff. And they do it for pros and they do it for the weekend bandit and so forth. And you go, no one can compete with them. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't come along and go and invent the product Michael invented and go, I'm going to sell it on the internet. Like the moat around Michael's business in general, right? So Michael's been doing this for a long time. He's a very intelligent guy. Like he's put a lot of money into it. He's got the product. People going, oh, I can go copy that, you know? So you need to think about all of these things about how do you make it very unique to you and very uncopyable? Like much like the lady that we spoke about that sells the produce bags, like she invented the product, she invented the idea, she invented the design, she invented all of it. Her price is insanely good. She didn't go to the market and try and sell this thing for $300 and people go, I can undercut her. Like everything about that business is good, right? So you've got to, when you go through the course, you'll go, like here is the 10-step checklist and and I go, I get it. I might even, you know what, like this, let me have a look here. If I've got the checklist, I'll give it to you so you can have a look there. Because it even comes back to simple little things such as like, don't sell big, heavy things that are super expensive to ship or to store or to put in a warehouse, right? You want little things, right? The smaller, the easier to ship, the bigger the margin, more tie back to you, like much better business model. Don't sell like I did at some point, 300 kilogram printers on the internet that I had to ship to Western Australia and they cost me $400 and I go, well, that's not very good, right? So does that make sense?
How costs there are money saved storage shed.
It's a bit like Yeti. Like they just come out with a heavier drink flask. You know, it's just the same as Aladdin or any other brand, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Yeti do a lot, right? So first thing, Yeti have a really impressive brand. Like in the market, like everybody wants to own a Yeti drink holder. For whatever reason, I don't own one. I don't have any brand affinity with any of those kind of things, but owning a Yeti product is like, look at me. It's like going, look at me, I got a Rolex, or I've got a Hilux, or I've got a whatever. People identify with that. You know, and the product is good, and then the presentation of that, the community around the product is really good. So that not only have they built a brand, they built a community around the brand, then they build a thing that's profitable, then they can acquire customers profitably and et cetera, right? So there's a whole checklist as you go through that course. I might even put a link, or Chris, you can put a link to that course wherever it is and share it with Peter tomorrow, and he can have a look at it if he wants to.
Can do. I
think Leah had her hand up and Diane potentially had her hand up. A few people got some questions if you got time for some.
Yeah, send them.
Okay, I've got a question. I have no product. I have no idea what I'm doing. And how do I go about finding a product?
You were here last week, Leah?
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
Yeah. Did you join the community last week?
I'm sure I did.
Okay. Yeah. Same advice I reckon last week. Join the community, sit in the background of the e-commerce community, watch what other people are doing, and be around people who are selling things on the internet and going, I can see some trends and some patterns and some like recurring things that are occurring with the people in the community. Right. And then you'll go, I've got some ideas now. Best way to get clarity when you don't know what to do is get near people who know what they're doing. All right. So
Yeah.
the 300 people or the 50 people that go to 1 hour calls, and you're like, hey, that guy's selling that, and she's selling that, and that person's selling that, and that person's doing terribly selling that, and that person's crushing it selling that. I go, cool, I've got a bit of an idea how, like, and that's before you go and build a site, before you go get a logo, before you go do the 900 other things. Like, go sit, watch. They sell this thing on the internet, and they look like they're having a good time. I might try and go down a similar path. All right.
Okay.
That's the number one thing that you have to do, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to backtrack to, I think we shared a little bit about Jade. Jade was the exact same. We shared a story earlier. When she came to one of these sessions, she had no idea of what product she was going to sell. And the same way we just did with Peter before, like push you down the route of like, what do you have expertise in or passion in, and starting there, and then just following the framework of, is it quality, is it in demand right now, etc. All these frameworks, and then she picked her own, and just from there, kind of worked with the support in the circle and has built a business from scratch. So no different from her. Like follow those same steps in the circle, and you'll find something that works for you.
I'll tell you what
Okay.
I'll do as well. By the close of business tomorrow. Everyone who buys the command center tonight. By tomorrow afternoon, I'll write a GPT, and they're dedicated to all of you guys that literally says, I don't know what to sell on the internet. And it'll ask you like 70 questions. All you have to do is go in there and talk to it. And it's as if me and you were doing it together, but I'll build it. I'll go to sleep tonight, maybe, and then I'll build it, put it in. And you guys go in there and you just go blast it. And then once you're in the community, you go, Paul, I spoke to virtual Paul in the command center and it says I should do this. What do you think? And I'll go, good or whatever. Right. So, and it'll ask you exactly like if I sat with you for the next 5 hours later, we'd get to a point where you go, I know what to sell now. But
Okay.
this is why the command center exists, because it's like, I'm going to go to sleep tonight and you can talk to it. And it's like I told you what to do, right?
How do I get to the command center?
Oh, Chris is going to talk about all that good stuff soon,
Okay,
I think.
good.
So we've got some
Give
more
you a break.
questions. Yeah, Chris,
Zainab's got a raised hand there.
Hi.
Boy.
Hello.
I'm actually I've sent the link. It's just thank you so much, by the way. This has been so informative. I just had a question. I'm about to launch a very affordable sort of fruit and veggie boxes just to deliver locally. I help my husband with our fruit and vegetable shop, but this is going to be a separate sort of business. So my question is, I haven't launched yet, obviously, but my question is, what are some problems that I might come across in terms of logistics?
Running out of produce. I've got 3 or 4 friends that like have produce-based businesses, and someone always comes along and orders 7 tomatoes, and you got 5, and you're like, oh, I've got to refund the 3 tomatoes, and someone, that those things is inventory is always a headache for a produce business. Number one thing. That's why they do well, where they go, here's what you get. They sell like a fixed box. It's $99 box, it's $150, $200. And you go, you get what you're given, and you get extras, right? And if you want to swap, place your order, call us, and we'll do a swap. Like it's very easy to run a produce business. Just hang on, mute that. Nickel or something. Very easy to get orders. It's just very hard to manage the inventory. Like you should absolutely do it, because like my friends now run, they've now got 2 shops, and they've now got like a fleet of vehicles and so forth, right? So it's very workable, but you do unfortunately live in misery of like, someone go, oh, why don't you get 3 cucumbers? I ordered 5. I'm like, that's all we had, So in saying that, if go look at websites like Vic's, Chris, what's it called? You showed me this the other day, Vic's Meats or something.
Oh, Vic's Butcher, or yeah, I think.
Yeah, like we didn't make their website, but they're massive in Victoria, and you just go, yeah, I'll buy 3 burgers and 5 snags and da 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 da. And it's a non-weight based business as well, right? It's like one burger costs $3 and one snag costs this and da 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 da. And like they kill it from everything I understand. We have worked with butchers before. I got a business off the ground for a butcher called Cowie's Meats in Victoria. So they're massive in the space, and they had no website, no nothing, but they had a massive Facebook group, which everybody should have a massive Facebook group. I'm just like, you need a site, facilitate orders, sell them briskets, sell them whatever, sell them pulled pork. Take the order. If there's any adjustments, they just figure it out once they've got the order. Right? Make that someone else's problem. Put someone in to manage that in your business to go, I've got to give that person $5 refund or give them an extra banana or whatever. All right. So I know that answers your question, but like short version, do it. So
beautiful. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Do it on Shopify though. Please do not do it on WordPress. Like my friends use WordPress. I'm pretty sure Ali, the owner of the business, like doesn't sleep at night because he's like, I hope I don't wake up in the morning and WordPress has just died again. Because over time, all that happens is you get like another app and another app and another app and another plugin and another plugin and another plugin. And then by the time you're like doing hundreds of thousands of dollars a month and you got 47 plugins, and this is WordPress, you guys are going to use Shopify, but you only need one of them to break. And then you're just like, okay, no orders all day today. What happened? And you got to wade through that. And it's just, not fun. So stick to Shopify and just have a simple model. Start with 3 boxes. Yeah, this is what you should be buying from us.
Yep. That's what I'm doing. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
No worries. Speak to Chris. He'll hook you up with a good website.
Yes.
If you haven't spoken yet.
We'll get Julian. Julian's already dropped that link just to connect. Anyone who wants a website just built directly by us, Julian's already dropped that link for a couple.
Yeah.
So we might do that again. We have people asking for links to things, Paul.
Yeah. So
PK's got his hand up as well. Just handle that and then move on.
Yeah, cool. You got another question, PK?
Oh, yeah. So just quickly, with sort of variations of brands. So I do have down that dirt biking or adventure riding sort of thing. I've got a specific product that it's pretty much not in the market. How do you go about sort of redesigning sort of or adapting a type of product for that sort of market? If you needed to, I don't know, have something made.
Oh, so you've got a market that you want to change, a product that you want to change yourself. Okay, we'll do that first, right? You change it and then test it with like 10, 20 of your mates. And when all of your mates are like, this is an amazing product, then you've validated the product, then take it to market.
Okay.
Right? A lot of people come into the market. I'm working with an awesome guy at the moment, right? He sells a divider for the back of your ute. And he came into the market and he's like, I've invented this divider for the back of the ute. And he thought that, what's going on there? My dad figured out how to use WhatsApp recently. He randomly calls me in the middle of workshops and he calls the whole family, so I won't answer that.
He's probably watching it too.
Anyway, like, hi Dad, here's my friend. He's on the internet. So, but he did that, right? And we figured out along his journey, and people don't want to buy that product for the back of a Hilux because the back of a Hilux goes like this in the ute. Like you need to sell that product to people with a flat ute. He's like, oh shit, so I got to change the concept, right? So same with you, like, sure, set up a basic website, figure out how to do stuff, but like get your product to a location first where people go, yeah, we want to buy it. And it makes sense. It's clear who the audience is, because then you just go, cool, I'll go find 500 more people like that. Right? So it's a pretty quick journey. Like doesn't take long to figure that out.
Yeah. And it would only be a variation of sort of what's already out there anyway and already being used, but just a variation.
Yeah. All right. Well, when you jump in the community, we'll chat about that, get you clear.
I think I did join, so I'm back in. Right, thank you.
Good man.
Thank you.
All right. Chris, I reckon we talk about the circle and the command center, obviously.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, let's go through it. I don't think I need to do the whole, do you see the value in it?
I can do it.
Everyone's already asking.
I'll just do it. All right.
So no worries. I'll get up for you. Do you have it on you?
No, if you've got the slides, we'll see how we go. As you can see, I'm very tactical and I'm not a big showy presenter. I don't think I am. I'm like, here's how we work together. I'll show you the cool stuff. So Chris is going to bring up some slides anyway. You don't need that one. Go to the next one.
Yeah.
Let's go through. So I've already spoken about what the command center is. Now, So the purpose of the command center is just to speed up the efficiency at which you get the correct answer. You've seen how I did it with just fixing headlines and fixing conversion rate and fixing brand messaging, right? So if you want to get access to the command center, all you need to do is Chris and Chris are going to put a link into the chat. Go sign up, right? You can sign up and you can get lifetime access to this thing for $1,000 and you get access to it forever. Or you can go and pay for it monthly. It's $97. Please do that at least, right? So there are your two options. You get full access. Yeah, you get full access to everything. You can try it for a month. If you don't love it, like you can cancel in the platform and you can go, I don't want to use it, whatever, right? But like even in saying that, like most of you probably cancel your ChatGPT subscription and your Claude subscription anyway, and just use this, right? And trust me when I say you get better answers.
Yeah. So and Sarah has asked here, is this in Slack? Slack is different. That's our community, which we'll talk about in a second. What we're talking about right now, this is our AI platform that Paul's developed. That's kind of like an extra tier of support that we're kind of talking about today. If you want that kind of a program in your back pocket, the link is there. Definitely jump into that one. Paul, you want to keep going?
Yeah. So, I mean, basically the premise of the whole reason of why I've built that is because I get a lot of questions asked of me one-to-one. So now what I've done, I've taken just there 23. You have, honestly, you have. So now I can go, like when PK goes, Paul, I've got a question about this thing. I go, cool, man, just watch that. Go check that GPT. And then Dan will go, like, I've got a question about this thing, Paul. I go, well, check that one out. And I've got this, go to that thing. So, and if there's ever anything that I can't answer, I go away and build it. So Kylie might come along and go, Paul, have you ever done any research about like, does black convert better than brown for like this particular product? Or like, I'm going to make a whole GPT around.
That's true. I've seen him do it.
Like I literally go and we test the theory and we prove it and we do it and blah, blah, blah. Right. So, and basically the thing is like, you're going to, with this thing, you stop having to guess what you do next. That's the biggest thing with all of this. You go, I know exactly what to do. The data is actually true. Like, you're no longer leaking money out of your business. You know high impact moves as well. And again, gives you the right stuff. So where this becomes incredibly valuable as well. So we spoke about Leah from Sunza Collective on the call earlier. And she's one of the absolute power users of our command center. Because she's always going, I did this, I did that. I wrote an ad, I wrote a video, blah, blah, blah. But because she's a member of the e-commerce circle community, which is inside Slack, like someone said, and we might show you, Chris can bring up some slides and show you what that looks like. What happens is people go to the live coaching calls that we do, and they look like this. So you can see like
just horizontal, not vertical usually.
Yeah. Here's some of the beautiful faces in there. There's Dan top right. He runs a kids business. There's Paul. Paul runs a camping business. Paul now does like 70 grand a month. There's Leah. And there's like, we get like 30 to 50 people on a call. But they use the command center about when they get stuck on things. They then go to the coaching call and say, for example, if someone wants to write a better ad for Meta, they go to the Meta ads coaching call. We do like 8 calls a week in the community. Paul might go to the call on Friday and be like, Paul, like my website's not converting as good as it can. Can you give me advice? And can the community give me advice? And can the command center give me advice? So Paul effectively has like 24-hour access to the community, to us, to our brains, to our knowledge, to the recordings, to everything in the community. So they're never stuck on what they need to do. Even as per this slide, like it says, we do 5 calls a week. We now do 8. Like we're rolling out more calls all the time to get everybody unstuck. So
maybe a good thing to picture, Paul, is like, say you're somebody, I'll just give an example. If you're just starting from the start and you want to grow a business, you want to select products, the way it would look is you jump into the circle, you take our perfect product course, you come up with some ideas, you go to some of our live coaching calls, be around the other brands there, you learn a little bit. When you have some ideas, you then take it to the AI, get feedback on your ideas, and then you kind of keep doing that as a cycle as you grow the business. So it's definitely awesome for, if you're looking to really get a lot of support in starting the brand, or if you're kind of in that growing phase and you feel like you need access to more high level help than what you're already getting.
See on Chris's screen here, I know this is incredibly small, but I see these things, right? What you need to think about is, who knows how to use Messenger? Facebook. Is there anyone on the call that doesn't know how to use Facebook Messenger? Everyone knows how to use Messenger. Slack is like Messenger, but on steroids. So in here, like this is much like Messenger. He's like Jeff talking to his best mate. Here's Jeff talking to his kids. Here's Jeff talking to whatever. There's private channels in there. So this one might be like Am I selling the right product? Like, am I pricing the product right? Am I saying the right thing about the product? What do I do with my ad? How do I fix my website for the product? How do I import the product? So Jeff goes in there, asks his questions. There's 380 people in every channel, right? Yeah, less sketchy than Discord.
It's true. It is true.
100%. No bots, no scammy shit
Business
like
Discord.
that. It's business Discord. He goes in there and like he posts in there as a a mature person, and he gets a mature response from grown-ups, right? We don't have kids in our community like the sketchy Discord people that you find in there. Like, they're all the other people that are probably like ahead of you guys and go, here's what I would do in that situation. And then we comments as well. I'm in there, Chris is in there every day, the other 10 coaches are in there every day. Like, we give you our input. Like, even for a brand like Michael Hawker, for example, Mike would probably join a different program, if I'm being honest. Mike would join our inner circle program, but he would still have access to this. But then Mike would have a private channel, right? Where Mike would have direct access to me and all the coaches in a private channel. It's a lot more expensive. We'll talk about that another time. But so the way we built this is, from a group coaching perspective and a one-for-one perspective, and however people ultimately want help, right? You now have it unlimited, basically, right? And it's the right help. It's not like, sorry about this, PK, but not, here is your website that looks like everyone else's website. Here is your product that's same as everyone else's product. Here is the strategy that's same as like that stuff doesn't work, right? Here's a few of the coaches. This is even outdated. We've got more coaches in here now. So even for context, if we start drawing on these beautiful faces, like this guy here is one of the guys who came up with Movember, the campaign, right? He's worked at Chris, jump in here. He's worked at like Rip Curl and Quicksilver and Monster Brands.
Billabong, Roxy, Yeti.
Yeah. This guy here, you've seen him, like he's got an okay mustache, has worked in agencies for 20 years. Like this guy here is running ads for like 30 of our clients. She's running creative for them. This guy's working with some of our clients to spend like 50 grand a month on ads. And they're coaches in the community. They're in the channels. They're telling you what to do, right? And at some point, you can come along and go, how do I work with them one-to-one? And then we talk about how that will work, right? And we're always adding more coaches as well. So this guy, he knows a few things about ecom. So, and then we've run out of slides here. We've got more people in there that we should be adding to this as well.
Good. Now, to get access to the e-commerce circle, actually, this is probably important too. So if you're a brand that is a little bit more established and you're looking for more of a just have us do the website for you, or just have us do your brand messaging or run your ads for you, you're looking for that kind of relationship. Like I think a few others were looking for that previously. I'll have Julian just leave again a link to book a time to chat with us. So Julian, please leave that link. But if you are someone who wants to be part of that community and receive access to the calls as well and everything that we just mentioned throughout this, I want you to, this is an old one, actually. We've got to change this.
Yeah, I'll show you. Hang on. So do this, right? All you need to do, like, this is my pitch. Like, go to the ecommercecircle.com.au website, right? Have a look. Go to the homepage. You're going to see this guy. He's on the, Chris, you're wearing the exact same outfit on the call, and so am I. So watch his video, right? It's going to show here's Slack. Here is all the courses we give you. Here is the program. Here is how you can leave after a month. If you don't love us, you will, right? And then you go, I'm ready to go, right? Click this button here. It'll take you over to here. Click that one there. And it will take you to this page. You only have two choices, right? Pay for it for the year, or pay for it monthly, or pay for it weekly. Click one of them, right? As soon as you click that, please click this one. Like, it's good. But when you guys commit to a year and you're ready to rock and roll, as soon as that comes through, you'll get a link, and it goes, here's how you join Slack. Here is how you get access to everything. All right. So we onboard you straight into the community. So doing that, that's one thing. Obviously, again, that's the community component. The second component that we already spoke about was like, how do I get access to the command center? Again, we shared that link. Go to AI.eCommerce Circle. Go here. Well, click one of these, right? I'll go, show me what to do and what to fix next, and sign up, and away you go. So again, you can get $1,000 lifetime access. I think this is a stupid value. I shouldn't have done it. But anyway, it's to your benefit. Or you can pay weekly, or you can pay monthly. They're the only two things all of you need at the moment. Make sense? Who's going to sign up after the end of this call? Who's going to give us a yes or a nod? All right. PK, push you. You're just like, I saved $27,000. I'm keen. So
I'm going to buy 27 memberships. So if anyone wants one, PK's shouting 27 memberships, I think.
Yeah.
He's
I'll
nodding.
make it. We'll make a cool offer as well. Right, for anyone who does this tonight, like probably not tomorrow, but like very early next week, myself and probably like Chris M, we'll get on a call with all of you for an hour, like 1-to-1, right, for an hour, and we'll map out what you should be doing for the next 90 days. So I don't know where you're all at in all of your journeys, but if you do this tonight, like, and then Chris will organize a time next week and go, here is the next like 7 things that you should actually be doing. Right. Normally I charge thousands of dollars an hour for my time, right? But super happy to do that and point you guys in the right path. I'll be like, go to these calls, use these things in the system, read the stuff in this channel, look at these recordings. Make sense? All right. I'm just going to sit here now and just wait for everyone to sign up, and then so I can get you all organized and ready to rock and roll.
BSB and account number, Peter asks.
BSB and account number.
Just the checkout will do.
Done. Does anyone have any questions at the moment?
Sarah says she just needs time.
Question for you.
Yep.
The e-commerce circle, is that included if I get you to build the website?
Absolutely, mate.
Oh, for you, we're doing a custom site for you.
Yeah, that's the site and the brand strategy. Yeah, Jeff, we'll put you in free, because you're already doing
lock it in.
Us.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me a call middle to late next week, so things organized.
Yeah, no worries. When it's ready, we'll get cracking.
Add Jeff in the meantime as a guest for the next week if you want. He's
sure
up and running. Yeah, done.
My task list at the moment has got 90 items on it.
No worry. Charlie, there are 2 things, right? Because some people, not everyone wants both things. Some people go, I love the command center, and some people go, I want to join a community, right? So they are separate offers because some, for obvious reasons, right? Like one is a community and one is a platform, right? So it's the equivalent of going, I don't know how else I can explain that, but
no analysis.
They are very different. 2 things.
Yeah, the e-commerce circle is our coaching community, and then the AI platform is the platform Paul developed just to give you extra level of support if you are looking for AI support.
Yeah,
or with some other kind of group, but seriously thinking I should join, you absolutely should, Janelle. We need a bit of time to think about it all. No worries, Janelle. The owner pays. I learn and apply. Sounds good, Sarah. Jump in, Charlie. Thank you. Thank you very much for jumping in. A lot of people hanging around to the end, which is really nice.
We have a lot of people that have been in other communities and they joined our community, right? Because they're like, it's like being in a bad relationship with the other one, right? And you go, might go hang out with Paul for a bit. And then they start hanging out with us and they're like, that's it. They're the other person's getting dumped. But they need to do both before they dump the other person, right? And I get that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So here's the thing, like that's the reason why we do. There's an option there if you go to, I know definitely the Circle has a try it for a week option, right? You pay $25 to try for a week. If you're kind of on the fence, get in there for a week, see everything that we do, and then make your decision at the end of the week. It's gonna be a whole lot easier if you experience it first before committing or before saying it's not right for me.
Susan, if we're making your website for you, 100% you need to be in the community, right? Because as I say to every single person, a website is never finished, right? So we will build your website. It'll take us like 8 weeks or whatever it takes us to build your site. Once it's kind of nearly finished, right? You should still be going to all the calls because you're like, hey, Susan, even in the last, like, let's assume you're onto your website now, 2 months from now, like I'm always finding new, cool, amazing stuff that I'm like, Susan, add this to your website. Because we've tested on other brands, you're like, oh, and then you'll come through and you'll be like, yeah, I love my new website, Paul. Like, why am I in the Circle? I said, we're going to run ads, aren't you? And you're like, yeah, do you know how to run ads? No, I don't know how to run ads. I'm like, go to the ads call. You know, oh, great. And now, Paul, I'm sending traffic to my website, but people aren't leaving and aren't buying. I said, but I'm sending them what we call abandoned cart flow emails, right? So when we do that, you go to the coaching call where we teach you what to say in those emails and you go, okay, I'll do that. So you need to think about our community as a constant state of like micro improvements across every single aspect of a customer's purchasing journey and your own growth as a business owner. You know, like none of you are experts in social media marketing or ads or anything, right? So our job is to get you along that journey as fast as you can, right? My ultimate goal is to get you guys as good as I am, right? I continue to get better. You guys become phenomenal business owners and business marketers. Simple as that. I don't like, we don't, you can see what I did tonight for free. You know, imagine you paid me $97 a month, we show you even better stuff. Right.
Yeah, Susan, I think, asked about having a site done for her as well. So just look out for that link from Julian.
$97 a month, shall we? Or 97 for the whole year. That's for our Connect program in the community. Like I mentioned, I spoke about before, we obviously have a very different program as well that we offer to some brands, you know, that are, you know, brands that go, I wanted to be doing millions of dollars by next Tuesday, or we already are doing millions of dollars, but that's a different program. How do I join on my mobile? Oh, God. I don't know. Scroll to the top of the page and click the green button. Keep an eye out for SMSs and emails and everything. We'll send you a link. If you're not sure about what to do that, like we'll call you tomorrow anyway. There's a few hands up here. Mike, would you have another question?
Yeah, this is not related to my business, but I see all those guitars in the background there, Paul. Are you a user?
Am I? I'm more of a guitar purchaser.
No.
The reason I make that comment is that between 1982 and 92, I was the state manager for Yamaha Music Australia.
Oh, well, I don't have a Yamaha guitar yet. We'll have to. That's
Shortly after that, another 5 years with Syntec.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Interesting.
That was a
So,
lot.
does anyone know who Blink 182 is? The band.
Heard
A
of
few of you might. Yeah. So that one there is one of his guitars, like a signature. This one here is a signature guitar, and there's another one over there that's his. And then, so I like that band, so that's why those guitars. And then this is another one, Machine Gun Kelly. He's a cool dude. Look him up on the internet. And then here's another one, young Julian. It's on this call as well. It's in our team. He's in a metal band. He's much better at guitar than I am. He can't sing, but he's good at guitar. So
my brother is a bass guitar. I'm more of a keyboard guy.
I need to buy a keyboard. I want to teach my boys how to do it.
What do you think of that little fuss over Fender and Stratocaster?
I haven't been watching. What happened? I haven't been watching it. What happened?
Oh, they're trying to enforce
I have heard something actually
copyright over the S-line shape.
Oh, really?
The one that's done some variant of the Stratocaster.
Yep.
If they deem it's too close to the original Stratocaster shape, they're sending them a cease and desist letter.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I mean, that's literally a copy, isn't it? You know what I mean? So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's an interesting.
Oh, and the original letter even demanded that they recall all stock and destroy it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Jeez. Better stock up. Better stock up.
I just want to say thank you, Paul, for the work that you've done tonight, this evening.
Thank you.
It's only 4:30 my time. So thank you very much for that. I've signed up, and I look forward to working with you a bit more in the future.
We'll connect after this again.
Yeah, me too. Thank you for the kind words. It's always nice for when it gets something like that. I'm not great with what do you call it? Nice feedback, but I do appreciate it a lot. Thank you. So,
and I'll add
again,
thank you for
yeah.
And I'll add thank you for tonight's invite.
You're welcome. Yeah. Like helping people build.
Why are you a beer?
Is that PK? Mate, you have like a truck of them.
Get it down. I'm going to Carlton United.
When you join the community, have a chat to Leah in the community and just be like, oh, I was going to join that thing, and what do you think? So she'll have some words to say to you. So
Leah, no worries.
So
no, cool, awesome. Thanks for great session.
Got a few other faces here as well. I think Carina, she's been here before. Darren, you're still sitting there. I hope you're not still driving. Darren's part of our team. Paul Bug is always in his car. He's always driving everywhere. I'm happy to hang around for another 10 minutes. It's nice and peaceful.
How do I join? How do I join, guys?
On your mobile?
I'm on the laptop at the moment.
Okay, go to the top. Go to the very top. There's a big green button.
Have you clicked the link that we've sent you by any chance, Leah? Just to make sure you're on the page.
I actually punched it into the laptop.
Oh, if you can come back to Zoom and you look in the chat, you'll see a link that we've provided.
Or you can do this. Go to your phone. How do I spotlight myself? So go to your phone and type e-commerce circle. All right. So you find this thing. Literally, and all you need to do is look at that. And hopefully this works. That one.
Okay,
Go.
so got to go e-commerce circle.
.com.au. Grab that. We're getting technical now. Pick the one that you want to sign up for, and it'll go, what's your email address, and chuck in your card, and done.
E-commerce course? No.
Nah.
E-commerce. And it's one word?
ecommercecircle.com.au. Yeah. One of the boys can give you a call tomorrow if you like, and they can walk you through it. Julian, you know what you're doing tomorrow. You're calling Leah. Actually, didn't you already speak to Darren last week, Leah?
No.
Yeah, we spoke. Yeah, we did, Leah. We spoke.
Did we?
You can help. Yeah.
In detail. Yeah, help you.
He said lovely things about you, Leah. He was telling me you're like this great salesperson and so forth.
Oh, I remember now.
You can't forget Darren.
DK.
DJ, I was on
DJ,
that.
that's it. Hi, DJ.
Yeah.
Nice photo.
Hi. Yeah, I thought I better have some presents while I drive home. Paul, you got me home. I'm all the way. Been a really good call, team. I've been listening and some really interesting stuff. And Michael, your device, I've got a couple of thoughts about that, of how you might be able to crack those doctors that don't want to sell it. So I'd be happy to talk to you at a later stage too.
Yeah, okay. My email address is down there somewhere. It's
we'll have it in our system.
Don't
share it on here, otherwise you'll get everyone. Because when we start sharing this around on it, everyone will be like pitching you and blah blah blah.
Sure.
So be careful. Darren will
I'll reach out at a later stage, mate. Your details will be in the system. I'm part of Paul's team, so
okay, fine. Thank you. Cheers.
It's a
I'd be interested in asking him some questions too.
Yeah, go, Jeff. Oh, you want to ask Michael some questions?
Yeah, well, I've got a wife that has FND and fibromyalgia and multiple nerve impingements in her neck and her lower back. So,
okay,
and so yeah.
Mate, be my guest. Do it now. I don't mind. I got 10 minutes. Like, I'd love to hear more about the product. Go for it.
All right, Michael. So my wife had a fall 8 years ago. Nobody bothered looking properly at how she fell. Her head is slightly displaced on her spine. She's got multiple nerve impingements in her neck. She has nerve impingements and bulging discs in her lower back from a fall 15 years ago. An Achilles nerve impingement, a not fully successful right knee replacement, injuries to her left and right shoulders from all the other shit. Been carted off to hospital around 20 times because of seizures and falls, and generally she's not in good shape. She's on an opioid pain patch every day. She's on 7 Panadols every day, and then she starts in on endone, all for pain. So something that might help relieve pain without the surgical implications of the older style products is definitely of interest.
I'll try and keep it very short. Thank you, Paul, for allowing me to do this. The product was designed mainly to deal with joint pain. So which joint you've got in your body, the material that makes up that joint is consistently the same. You've got osteoblasts, chondrocytes, and all that sort of thing. So what we've done is produced a device which actually modulates cell membrane. It opens the transporter channels for the provision of exchanging ions like sodium, potassium, calcium, which is really important. As I said, it's a bit like producing the right fertilizer for whatever plants in your garden that you're trying to grow. And we've got 4 separate treatment protocols that run whilst the program is running, either 90 minutes or 3 hours. So I'll talk about the 3-hour one. It deals with opening up the the channels that provide better blood circulation to the area that's being treated. So it provides more oxygen and stimulates the lymphatic system to take away toxins from that area. The next one is the osseous program, which deals with all the tough stuff in your body, like bone and connective tissue. The third one is to do more with all the cushioning, the proteoglycan cellular matrix that makes up the cushioning material in your joints. And the fourth one is really to do with, it doesn't block pain, it just reduces the signals that are sent to your brain. It attenuates. It's a bit like putting the brakes on it. Doctors in America said, look, if it blocks pain, we're not interested. The reason for that is that pain is there to tell you you've got a problem. We don't want to block it. So my wife was suffering from sciatica for many years. Was going to a physiotherapist twice a month. I don't think she's been to a physio in the last 8-9 years. I've got a L4, L5 problem from doing stupid things when I was younger. It's not going to fix that problem because of the degeneration. It's not a magic device, it's a medical device. So all it's doing is providing an environment for killing that or stopping chronic inflammation. Inflammation is there for a purpose. It's part of the immune system. So we don't want to stop the immune system. What we want to do is to modulate it so that it doesn't become a problem in itself. So it modulates, keeps a brake on pain in general. So I'd be very surprised if your wife doesn't receive a benefit from it. And like I said, we've got a 60-day money back guarantee. So there you go.
Yeah. Oh, look, I've got L2, L3 early degeneration from 20 years back. But my wife describes the sciatica pain as being like being shot in the backside with a spear gun.
Yep.
And you can literally see her.
Yeah.
My mum's having heaps of problems at the moment with her shoulder, so I'm keen to give this a try.
So, yeah, I'll be interested to have a chat.
Yeah, sure. Only as far as the
phone. Sorry? Only as far as the phone. Yes. Thank you.
All those details.
Everyone.
I did write down your website earlier, so
that's all there.
All right, we better let you amazing people get back to doing what you're doing. Just want to thank everyone for jumping on tonight. Like, really excited to get to meet you all in the community again. Glad we say PK, what's the cash? Keen that we met all of you as well. So again, guys, if you have any questions, reach out to Chris Wato and he'll get you on a call with me. PK's going to give me a beer. All right. There you guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye. Bye. Say
Chris,
bye.
you got another moment or leave it till later? Sorry,
your audio's not working, Chris. he'll call you.
I'll give you a buzz right after. I got a couple of minutes. No worries.
Yeah. Thanks.
Cheers, mate. All right.
Right. Good night.